What's up, guys? You're watching Tom Trips Out. This is a live stream. Live stream from my phone. I'm in Kampot, Cambodia. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. No, it's 8:20. That's what I set it for, obviously. 8:20 a.m. here. And we're walking now. We're pretty much downtown. We've just reached the river. That's the bridge going over the river. And I always walk in the same places all the time. So what I wanted to do this time was we're going to walk over the bridge to the other side of the river and walk along. And there's a temple down that way. So we'll walk towards that temple. It might take like 20 minutes, but I usually go live for an hour. So we'll get to the temple and still have time to walk around and see the whole temple too, and if we can find it. And after that, I'm going to film some videos. I have my camera with me. Maybe on there's stores here that sell clothes, and all the racks just say 10,000 real. Like that's just $2.50. So I might go with a 50,000 real bill and go find 5 things. You can buy like 5 articles of clothing for $12.50. So we're going to walk over this bridge. And this road curving to the right, that's where all the boats are when I did that boat ride. We can look over, when we get on the bridge, we can take a look to the right and see it. In the mountain there. Yeah, let's stop for 1 sec. Nice, eh? Sometimes I whiz by too fast and we don't see anything. There's the new beach over there. Let's keep going. And hey, when we get over the bridge, I'll tell you more about teaching here in TEFL, but the links are below if you're interested to follow in my footsteps with AVSE TESOL, government accredited, and they line you up with your first job too. But let's focus on getting over this bridge alive. I didn't realize there'd be such a good sidewalk, even though it's kind of small, but I thought I'd be just beside that white line, like at least I'm on a raised little sidewalk here. I think it goes the whole way. The other bridge in front of 7-Eleven, they call this, the one I'm on now is called the New Bridge, and the one over there is more kind of old, and it's kind of like 3 bridges welded together. There's no real sidewalk. One part of it has sidewalk, but the other parts don't, so you get part way and then you're screwed. This one you can walk on. And this one's for like big cars and everything. The other one can't support trucks and you can't even fit through the entrance. It's the one I'm talking about is the bridge over there. See, like that white part was one bridge, and then it's a bit of a Frankenstein bridge. And then there's another bridge over here that's like for the train. Holy cow. I don't know what it is. I'm getting like vertigo up here. I just want to get off. I think it's just when the truck went by, the wind pressure or something. I felt like my balance was off. That's a cool, there's a cool shape to those balcony things, eh? This should be interesting because, yeah, right when the truck comes. This should be a cool live stream because there's some new bars along here and some new crap, and I never come over to this side. I never cross over the bridge. I know there's a place I'm going to do a video on it called Players, and it's like a big multi-level bar that has the top part's like more like a sky bar, and throughout there's like billiard tables. It's like a pool hall. And they hold tournaments, and I'm sure they do. I haven't gone in yet, but you know, there's different styles of billiards, and I'm sure they have all the different types. And there's sports clubs here that do badminton too, that have badminton courts. So in the same video, I was thinking I could do like, you know, kind of like a sports activities clubs that are available, and then pop by like the badminton, pop by the pool hall, billiards. And maybe I could include, there's a place that has a really good swimming pool that some people go there to actually do laps and stuff. So that kind of counts as a sports activity. Like, so I could put all three in one video or something. Okay, we got to go this way and turn left. And if you love content about Cambodia, I have a members section on this YouTube. There's a link below if you want to see what you get when you're a member. It's $4.99, and it's just a lot of extra videos, and when I upload early and schedule them, you get to, members can see them, so they get sneak peeks and they get behind the scenes stuff. So crossing the road here. And even if you just do it for 1 month and quit, I don't get insulted. It's any bit of support helps me out a lot. Is it still relatively cold around the coast? Yeah, it's been really cool lately. That's a good topic to bring up, I guess. Yeah, like at night it gets down to like 20, which is crazy. We're used to like 35 like all the time. So it's like 10 to 15 degrees colder than normal. I bet you right now it's like 26 or something. And there's like a breeze. I think Wednesday and Thursday we're supposed to get a little bit of rain, but like the rain season's pretty much over now. Yeah, someone's saying it's chilly in Phnom Penh too. It must be chillier here. Yeah, especially at nighttime here. When you feel a big difference is at nighttime here. I think the city kind of keeps in the heat, and in Kampot, it's just at nighttime. It's just like cool, fresh air. It's nice, but it's like sometimes it's too cold. And obviously, you don't have heat, so if room temperature is like 21, but the temperature outside goes down to like 18 with a cold wind, you're like. I actually put sweatpants on. One night. I thought this would look a little better, but we're heading towards a beautiful temple. I've made a proper video there, but I'm sure not everybody watched that. It's a place called Fish Island, and it's basically across from where that seahorse is, that seahorse statue that I show sometimes. It's across the river from that, and now we're on that side of the river now. We just crossed over. But when you get there, then there's another little bridge we'll have to go over to Fish Island. And then the temple's right there. It's a lot of walking for me today, for my little buns. Gibraltar 5696. None. I think it'll start to pick up soon. Yeah, I know. I thought we'd see more of the river. All these businesses are in the way. I think further down it gets more, opens up to the view more. I had to cross at that bridge because it's the only way you can walk across. And that's why I did not start the live stream like at my house, because then we're walking down that same boring road I do every live stream on. So I walked all the way to like the start of that bridge first, and then now it'll be all uncharted territory we haven't seen yet. So this is something I haven't seen a lot actually. If this looks like an apartment building, eh? This is weird for Kampot. There's not many like big modern condos like that. Is it, or is it an office? No, there's, oh yeah, it's a million balconies. It must be apartments. Oh, there's still like, it looks totally empty inside, and there's still some construction materials. I think maybe they just built it. Yeah. It's just a shell. It's coming soon, I guess. Sometimes it's like apartments, but they'll run it as if it's a hotel. They'll operate it like a hotel. I just had a hotel like that. It's my very last video. It just came out yesterday. I was in Phnom Penh by the riverside, and I had a hotel room that faced the river beautifully, and it's usually 50, and I got it for 35. And it was like a 1-bedroom apartment condo, like, and had a whole kitchen and everything. And I guess they just decide they make more money if they rent it out just by the night to people. There's another one. I can't handle it. I don't know how someone could like drive around with that noise all the time. I'm so sensitive to that kind of thing. Anyway. Okay, this is the other, we've reached the road, the other bridge now, so it should all get, you know, there should be more stuff now. We're past the boring part, I think. And we're like halfway to the temple. Maybe more, maybe closer. I've never walked there. So that's the bridge that's like in front of 7-Eleven, like on the other side of it. It's not a good place to step in front of people when they're just getting off the bridge. We might see some fishermen people too. I think there's a place where the little boats come up, like where we're going. So there's a chance we'll see some fishermen action. It might be too late. It's not that late though. It's like before 9 a.m. still, so maybe they get at it pretty early though. Is there much of a nightlife scene in Kampot? Someone's asking. Yeah, in low season it's not so good, and we're just coming out of low season. That's where it rains every single day, so people don't plan their vacations around that time. But there's lots of places. There's like it's all the venues are available. It's just you go there and it's totally empty, like in the bad times of year. And then sometimes there's a few really good guest houses or resorts that become popular, and they make their own thing so cool that people just stay there. Like, so they'll have live music and a really cool little river bar on the river, or like, and then they fill their place with like backpackers and they all party there. And so then you come downtown into Kampot and you're like, no one's around. Like, oh, here's that place I was talking about. So here's the billiards place. It's huge, hey? And up there's a sky bar. But I think all throughout there's all kinds of billiards and stuff like that. There's some angry dogs. I probably won't be able to cross. See if he lets me go by on this side. But it's getting better and better now that the rain season's ending. And it can be hit and miss. I'll go sometimes expecting, no one's gonna be there anyway, but whatever. And then it's packed. And then other times they could have a band playing that's well known, that maybe the last time I saw them, it was packed. So I think, oh, I'm gonna make sure I go to that event. Last time it was packed, it was good. So now I show up this next time and it's empty, even though you have a really good band. So it's like it's hit and miss sometimes here, especially in the bad season. You don't know. Because a lot of these bars are pretty small. Like if you could get like 30 people out, it would look pretty good. And it's not that hard to, it's not that many people. But yeah, there's a lot of older people here too. It's like a lot of retirees, so that's stopping it from becoming like a club. I think that place, Old Market, they have a sky bar where they treat it like a club a little bit. You could go up. I see young people going up there sometimes. There's lots of live music. There's like at least like 5 places you could play live music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think like 8. I can think of 8 places you can do live music. So yeah, actually there's more of a live music scene than there is like clubs. And then there's also like lady bars, which is kind of a new thing. I think I heard the story that like whoever was in charge of Kampot before, like the mayor or the governor or whatever, was way more conservative and respectful, and had rules like not allowing any of the adult bars or the lady bars in or anything. And then now it changed to a new guy, and he's making changes, and they built the statue, and they're renovating the market square. They're doing all these improvements, and they're allowing bars like that. And the thought is to bring in tourists and stuff, I guess. But so now they're letting bars like that happen in Kampot. All right, so it's going to start looking good now. That wasn't too bad. 20 minutes of slightly boring. We reach the river, which will turn into another little bridge to the temple. It'll start to look awesome now, I think. It always looks awesome everywhere anyway. Look at these trees. Yeah, if you've just tuned in, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but if you're interested in becoming a teacher, I have links below to follow in my footsteps if you're interested in Cambodia or Vietnam. AVSE TESOL, it's government accredited. It's a 4-week program that takes place in the country, or you could do it online, and they line you up with job placement afterwards. That's the best part. A lot of people are worried that they'll make the big move and then not be able to find the job. Cost of living arbitrage. Approximately on Phnom Penh you need like 900 a month, and in Kampot you need like 700 a month. And I could do it even cheaper. I was giving you just average numbers. Like if you're a cheap person, then you could go even better than that. So I'm actually walking in the wrong direction because I've never seen all this. Like, see what I'm walking on? This is brand new. This sidewalk, there's no way this was ever here before. You can see they've dug all that up there and just put it in. So that's great. Like, see, they're making constant improvements like everywhere in Kampot. They're dumping money in. There's that seahorse blowing water. This is the road I thought we would be walking on that whole time. Like, where did this start? Probably where the people were coming off the bridge, I would have had to weasel down in by the bank there and then get onto this road somehow. Yeah, Kampot's cheaper than the city. Yeah, like I live in a little 1-bedroom house. It's a little bungalow, and I pay $130 a month for my rent. Meals are like $3 each meal. You know, you can spend more. They also have restaurants that are so good that it costs the same as in Canada or America. Like, you can go the range goes up to expensive as well, but you can just buy cheap food. And if you're really smart with the delivery apps like I am, you get promotions all the time. And I order everything like delivered to my house, and I have extra food, some left over sometimes, and great stuff. I never have to cook or clean up, and I stay under $10 a day for the whole 3 meals a day. And if you throw in cooking a little bit, you could keep that even cheaper. Like if you just had some bread, like some breakfast, you could sort out really easy, right? And then if you had leftover pizza from the day before, there's lunch covered as well. And then you only have to buy one thing that day. Like that happens to me sometimes where I buy all my meals, but I kind of sort out breakfast and lunch, kind of just sorts itself out. So I think that's the other island, and there'll be a bridge right over there. Someone's asking, what about food quality and water quality? Someone's asking, what freedom do I get here? It's financial freedom. I'm never under pressure that I won't have enough money or that kind of thing. The costs are so low. There's lots of stuff, like all little things. Whenever you do anything, it's total. You can do whatever you want if you have the money. Even like apartments, you don't have to wait till the first of a month to start at least, and you could go for any length of time a lot of the time. It's not like it has to be a year and you have to start on the first, and you have, some of them don't even need a deposit. Nowadays they all ask for a deposit, but like sometimes it would be if you just give them 1 month's rent, here, you know, here's $200, and then they give you the key, and you're like, okay, next month I'll give you the next 200. Like just pay as you go, kind of. That's almost treating it like a motel. Like you give them, they'll say it's 200 a month, and you give them the 200, and they give you the key, and then a month later they're coming back for the next month money. Like. Food quality, water quality. Look at that. Yeah. Someone's saying it's a relatively modern place. Yeah, because it's not like the 70s anymore. It's like everywhere has internet and everywhere has everything now. Like, there's even fiber internet here. You know, fiber optic. Yeah, you can live expensive or as cheap as you want. That's the best thing about Cambodia, yeah. So you could easily get exposed to dirty food and dirty water, and then right next to it could be a luxury restaurant, like where you would have food that's nicer than anything you ever had. Like, so you could have like both extremes on the same street. I just got sick the other day, and I don't know why. It was like 2 days ago. It was Indian food from a really trusted, I know this place is really good. I'm not even going to say the name because I'll still order from them because they're so good. I'm almost skeptical that it was them, but it's just that's what I ate. It was some Indian food, and it was like extremely spicy. So I'm wondering if maybe I just had a reaction to, my gut was just wussed out and said like, whoa, we can't handle that, or I don't know. Also, I had like reheated it the next day, so maybe maybe I contaminated it during the transfer into my air fryer, like into my way I was heating it up or whatever. But I don't think so. I think it was the food. John Paul says, "Do you think you'll move to Siem Reap one day?" Yeah, it is in my plans for sure. I'll probably stay here like another year. Imagine like a year from now I do that. But that could change in a year. Like we'll see where I am in a year. I like my setup in Kampot. I got to take advantage of going to Korong Island soon, and I've just been waiting for rain season to be over. So here's the next little bridge to go to Fish Island. I'm trying not to get too close because when they turn here, I'll get hit. I'll never be able to get over. And that's it there. You can see bits of it. We'll go sit on that thing. So we just have to cross over this road here and turn to the right, and we're in the temple. So we found it. And I heard an interesting story about this temple and why they call it Fish Island. And in Khmer, the word for fish, it really sounds like also like the Khmer word for across the river, like that. They have a word for like that place across on the other side of the river. They have a word for that. And it really, really sounds like their word for fish too. And so the real name of this place is really like the island on the other side of the river. And then in English, they were calling it Fish Island because when they go to translate it to English, they misheard them and say, because that word sounds a lot like the word for fish. So people translating it would say, oh, I know that word. They're saying it's Fish Island, but really what they were saying is it's the island on the other side of the river. So it's a mistake that it's the word fish. We're on it right now. We're on Fish Island. Nice, this is working out pretty good. I wasn't sure if I'd get here or if it would be a problem or whatever. I was here before, but I took a tuk-tuk the first time. Geez, from my front door, this takes about almost an hour to walk to here. Arizad, you trip out lately? We're tripping out right now, bro. Picture where I am on a map right now, man. Yeah, this is working out good because I usually go for an hour, and now we're about 30 minutes into the stream, so now we have the second half. We can explore this whole place. Look at this lily pond. And it's sort of good. I've been here before, so I know the layout. I made a video on this place before, but I know you guys don't always go watch every single video. Yeah, Arizad, I don't talk about that. Sounds like a school over here. I hear kids like reciting something. Might not be good to shine a camera into a school, but yeah, there's some basketball hoops. So this is some kind of local school. Let's get into this temple. Hey, and if you love content like this and you want extra stuff, you could look into becoming a member. I have a link below. I have a members area in this YouTube. It's $4.99. I've been doing it for a long time, so there's like over 200 videos sitting there you could go binge. And then plus I'm adding to it all the time, and they get to see scheduled videos early, like while they're waiting to get published. Members can see it and what I'm eating and stuff like that. So on top of the ones that are coming in the future, there's like, I don't even know how many are there. I've been doing it for I would say there's more than 200 of these like members live streams. You could go and binge it all. And then even if you just sign up and then quit, I don't get insulted if you only did 1 month or something. It's any little tiny bit of support is appreciated. It's kind of smoky. It looks like they're cleaning up and doing gardening and getting all the dead rubbish out of dead leaves and dead everything, and then they're burning them. So there's these little fires everywhere. It's common in Cambodia. It's just no one has the money to come hire a truck to come suck them up or something. Like, and it's just, imagine if you're poor and you need to clean it up today, you burn it, you know, you light it on fire. And that's what they've been doing. That's what farmers do. You get your rubbish into a pile and you burn it. I can't zoom out enough. Jeez. You think you're in an empty place. Like, I want to back up right now and there's someone on a bicycle coming. Like, I'm in an empty place. Oh. Still can't go, and then there's a car after that. Nobody knows the annoying things vloggers go through every time you go to film something and you get 2 words out and a giant truck rolls by and ruins it, or someone honks, or all of a sudden the wind just goes like, and just like, then you have to do it all over again. Like just now, and now there's no one coming at the next probably hour. And just when I wanted to get that scene, and show this place backed up a bit. Actually, the last time I was here in that video, someone left a comment like, why didn't you go in? Oh yeah, you're supposed to take your hat off in places like this. Cue ball. You're supposed to have your shoulders and knees covered. I don't know, my kneecaps are kind of showing, but I don't have, they're not short shorts. You have to have like respectful shorts on, like actually long pants is preferred, but. And your shoulders covered when you're in a temple spot like this, and you're not supposed to wear a hat. Well, the doors are closed. Whoever said I should go in. No, because the last time I was like, oh, I'm not going to go in because I don't want to be, I don't know if I'm allowed to go in or whatever. And someone left a comment like, oh, you can totally go in if you're respectful and everything. See if we can find a door. So yeah, you can't wear like hot pants and a tank top, like, or hot booty shorts. I got like khaki. They were khaki pants that I cut the legs off. That I got on. So you can't get in. It's sealed anyways. Whoever told me I should go in. Let's see. There's a few more buildings. think I see some monks walking around. Hold on, it's just tough to hold my camera and hold this hat. I'm gonna clip it to my thing here. Yeah, I'm good, man. Someone's asking me if I'm okay. Someone says Cambodia is one of the most peaceful country in the world. That's right. Yeah, I plan to stay here forever, yeah. I don't plan that far ahead though, so who knows what'll happen. Like, I don't know how it would happen, but I would be okay with the same life I have and doing it in Vietnam. I would also be okay with that, but I don't know how I could do it. Like, and I don't have any urge to leave here. So like, I don't care. I love it here anyways, but that's another place I'd be okay with, Vietnam. Especially Hanoi. I have friends in Hanoi too, and they're music people and in bands and stuff. So I would right away have a life if I went to Hanoi. Like, I'd already have a friend group and bands I could play in, and you need a degree to get the visas there. I don't want to get in his face with the camera. Someone's asking, weren't they just shelling Thailand? It's the other way around, but Thailand is in control of the news because they have affiliations with Trump. Thailand is the evil aggressors, not Cambodia. And they'll like shoot at their own people and stage landmines and then say that it's Cambodia. And they'll just killing villagers too. Like they shot innocent villagers, and then they also 8 of them just gang raped a migrant, and none of them got in trouble or anything. But they're still fighting that. Yeah. If you look for it, there's a lot of posts too from the Cambodian side with little pictures and memes kind of showing how they're twisting the words and twisting the news. But I think, Thailand's like the bigger country, so they're getting to set the narrative. It's like, no, Cambodia doesn't even have an army. Or any good weapons or anything. Then Thailand comes in with like full gear. Like, why would we want to be, the last thing they need is to be at war, Cambodia. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that stuff. Also, you can look up conspiracies. Like, there was an initial big thing where like a 7-Eleven got destroyed in Thailand, and they were saying that was Cambodia firing those things. And I saw articles saying that those types of weapons can't even shoot that far, like from where the Cambodian line was to where that 7-Eleven is. Those types of missiles can't even go that far. So it would have had to come from inside of Thailand. Anyway, I'm gonna have to edit all that out. So give me some ideas. I'm gonna make 2 videos today. Like when I walk back, I'm gonna walk back now after this live stream pretty soon, and probably film myself talking about different points about a certain topic. Like what should I make a video about? And then when I get back into town, I'm gonna shop for clothes. There's a place with clothing where everything is 10,000 real. It's only $2.50. So I might go to the ATM, pull out a 50,000 bill, which is $12.50. Go to that store and you know, you can buy 5 things. And maybe she could even give me a deal. Like if I'll say, if I give you this whole, you know, if I give you 50,000, can you let me get 6 things? Like, I don't know, like buy 5 things, get 1 thing for free or something. Or something small, like I need a belt. So like, you know, I'll buy 5 things and throw in a belt, like, or something. That'd be cool if I could get something more than just 5 things. Get wheel and deal. And if you don't give me any ideas, it might just be about TEFL. I haven't done that in a long time. I know in the live streams, like now, I always talk about it on these phone ones, but look at that. In my dedicated videos, you know, like my real 10-minute videos, I've not done any about teaching or TEFL in a long time, like maybe even a year or like 8 months. Like a full dedicated video about TEFL and stuff, I haven't done that in a long time. And I know a lot of you are like, no, we don't care about that. But like, I have to do one once in a while. Maybe when I go back, I'll go back along that curvy promenade where they had the new sidewalk. That looked really nice. Someone's saying I should go to the durian farms. Man, I hate that. How could you drive something that like sounds like that? Fix your bike. Verse says, good morning, Tom. Yeah, I know someone's recommending I go to a durian farm. There's also a place you can go where it's a pepper farm where they're growing all the pepper and they do tastings and a tour. And I think they even have a craft beer that is made by a Kampot brewer where they infuse the pepper into the beer. Kampot pepper beer. Holy cow, it smells like fish right now. Guess I can put my chapeau back on. Now I unclipped it. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, nice. I one-hand clipped it. Someone's saying it's a very scenic area there. Thumbs up. How did I decide to move here from Canada? Well, during COVID, I lost my job. I was a branch manager at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. And I had friends that were doing it in Vietnam. Like, you know how I just said I would also do Hanoi because I have friends there. So I already knew of a couple buddies that were doing that And here I was stuck in Canada at this like corporate job that's like 12 hours a day, and I have to wear a suit all the time. But to support my apartment in downtown Toronto, I had to like keep that job all the time. And I'm trying to also be in like 2 or 3 bands. So I was so tired all the time. That's why my nickname is Sleepin' Tom. I literally would fall asleep in public places because I was doing too many things all the time, including working too much and everything. So anyways, I lost that job when COVID happened, and so now I'm like, now what? So I started looking into places with a lower cost of living, because I'm like, I can't live in downtown Toronto. And then I started looking up, but then there's no jobs if you live in a remote place. So I started looking up work that you can do remotely, or like from... And I was planning at that moment, I was planning on living like in a small town in Canada or something. I don't know if you guys know Canada. I was going to choose Windsor. It's kind of known as a crappy town, but it's on the up and up. Like they're cleaning it up and getting it better. It's across the water from Detroit, but it's not Detroit. It's in Canada, and it's warm there. It's warmer there than a lot of places in Canada, and it's just a little bit warmer, and it's cheaper. So I was trying to look into that, and then like, so what kind of jobs could I do anywhere so that I could just live in some cheap place and it doesn't matter? And then I found online teaching. So then I thought, okay, you could like teach online and live there. But and then in investigating online teaching, then I started seeing all these videos about teaching abroad, and that really like spoke to me big time. And growing up, like being in bands, all you want to do is be on the road and traveling and exploring, and I love the excitement, and I really wanted to get out of the hamster wheel, like wearing a suit and seeing the same thing every day. And I worked in an underground parking garage for years too, and some positions I had were sick. Like sometimes I used to work in a Mercedes dealership too. They had an enterprise desk in there, and so I had some good spots and bad spots, but like I would watch other people's videos about being here and just be like, wow, like you're just free. Dwayne says, there's a good fishing tackle store there. Wish I bought more when I was there. Worldwide walk and ride. Keep redacting. I saw what you're writing. No, I'm answering people's questions. Is that okay with you? So anyways, then I'm like, maybe I could do Vietnam with my buddies. And then I realized you need a degree to do that. So then I start looking, where can you teach abroad with no degree? And Cambodia came up. You don't need any degree. You just have to be a native speaker. And then you need a TEFL certificate. And it's, especially when you don't have a degree, you should be looking to get the most legitimate, strongest TEFL you can. So you're the most prepared and the best teacher you can be. And especially when I'm actually like stopping one career and starting a whole new one from scratch. I didn't want some bogus $20 printout from online. I wanted a real reputable, accredited, long-standing reputation type of one. Spain is another place where you don't need a degree, but the cost of living is way more there. Like a place like mine would maybe be like $700 a month. I only pay $130. I didn't realize that too. It's almost like a little bit of beach on this side. No, I don't. He's a troll. Worldwide walk and ride. I complain about noise. That's about the only thing. And the way they drive, the way they make a left turn. Why do you keep redacting? Just get out of here. You're like that bad student in class that's disrupting the flow of the class. Someone's asking, is life better for a teacher in Vietnam? I think yes, because you get paid more. Well, you can't always. This is the noise we're hearing now. Who knows? Maybe what if you're really lonely in Vietnam, and if you're in Cambodia, you met the woman of your dreams and have an amazing family, and you're really fulfilled, and then you would say your life is better in Cambodia. But you know what I mean? But the general things is like it's like the same cost of living, and even some things are cheaper in Vietnam sometimes because they can make their own things and they don't get taxed so much on stuff. That it's the same low cost of living, or sometimes even better, and they're more developed of a country, and you get paid way more. Some cases double as a teacher compared to here. It's the last time I'm going to address you, but worldwide rock and ride. Everyone's just ignoring you anyways, and you keep redacting like a coward too. What the hell's wrong with you? All you're doing is feeding my engagement and helping my channel, so keep it coming. The more comments I get, the more you're helping me, actually. And keeping everyone else engaged too. So I hope you come to every live stream. You're just making me money every time you send a comment. Thanks, brub. User. What if I can't speak Vietnamese? Would it be hard? Like everyday grocery shopping and stuff? No, you don't. I don't speak anything. I can say thank you in Khmer and that's it. Which is terrible. I should speak more. I want to. It was my New Year's resolution last year and I didn't do it. You still cool with me, Tom? Shout out from Florida. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm answering the question of would it be hard to do everyday things if you only speak English? No, a lot of them speak English, or they've learned just enough to do their job, you know, of whatever they're selling. They would know the word like 1 cup or 2 cups or whatever, or like. And then sometimes what they do when it's a number that's complicated, they don't know how to say, like, or especially in reels, the numbers are so high, so they might be trying to say like 17,200 and they don't know how to. They'd have an old style calculator with a big screen like right in their hands, and they go and they just show it to you. So they type in, you do half charades, the few English words they know, mixed with charades, mixed with showing your phone or showing a calculator, and you get it done in 2 seconds. And they do that all day long, so it's not they're used to the flow of doing that. So they go, I'll show you this first, then this, and then this. And they look at you, got it? And you're like, okay, good. And you give it, and they give you the change, and they, next guy. Like, Often what happens too is in a market or a thing like that, it's like their kids are working there too, or like they'll have teenagers or kids are like 12 or 13, and they come over and they can speak English perfectly. So all of a sudden a little kid takes over the transaction, like translating. And then the same goes for you. Over time, you'll learn a couple of Vietnamese words. When you come up, you'll know how to say, you know, they might ask you, do you want it sweet or not? Like, they'll do a pump of sugar syrup. You know, that's something in Asia, they always ask, when you order a coffee, they try to say sugar and they can't say S. They go like, suga? Sweet? You want sweet? They can't say T either. They don't do the end of words. So it's like, sweet? You want sweet? So that they're asking you, do you want it to be sweet? And so you might learn the word in Vietnamese for sugar, you know what I mean? So then when you come up, you can be like, you know, Americano, and then they look at you and you go, and you say that little one word, like, oh, like whatever sugar is in Vietnamese, and pay your money. You know, in the absolute worst case, you just pop open Google Translate, right? It's like, geez, I really came along the wrong road. When we came to the temple and we were going down that industrial road after the new bridge, after like the 7-Eleven bridge, like we were on the road after this building, and so we couldn't see all this beautiful scenery. I guess we're seeing it now. There's the stars and like the center of town there. Yo, worldwide, you've been doing more whining than me in the last 10 seconds than anyone I've ever met. Shut your mouth. Don't pay attention to him. Just let him fill my channel up with comments. I don't care. Wonder if I should try it. I don't want to walk all the way back to that other bridge. I just want to go on this bridge. But there's nowhere to stand on this bridge, really. Someone asked, will I go to Kep too? I was just in Kep like 2 weeks ago, and I made like 3 videos there. I did a whole series and a live stream, so you could go check out those videos. I was just there. whatever. Every comment you write is money in my pocket worldwide. So just thanks for all the support. You're literally watching me on camera work. I'm working right now. And he's saying I don't work in Cambodia. Yeah, so users saying they're trying to get into Russia as a grad student, but if they fail, they might look into Vietnam as an English teacher. Yeah, the AVSE program that I talk about, it takes place, their headquarters is in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, so you could do everything I'm saying and do the Vietnam version. It's the same thing. And then they've got a satellite location in Phnom Penh. So really the Vietnam is their like headquarters. It's the real one. So you could check out the AVSE website, the link's there, and see all the info and see if it's right for you. They have different programs too. Dwayne says, wouldn't it be cool if all the channel fans met up for a cruise and beers one day? Yeah, that would be awesome. Or like if I can get to 50,000 subscribers or something, and then I'll rent out a boat. It's probably not that expensive that it's out of reach. It's probably like if for $100, I could probably have the boat for the whole night. And then we load on everyone who likes Tom Trips Out. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna cross over this scary bridge, and I don't want to like hold my phone at the same time. And it's been over an hour now. So yeah, check out the links. If you go for AVSE, just mention Tom Trips Out and consider becoming a member. And until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.